Hi, it's Royalty. I'm back. Um, I've been off for a while. I've been kind of hectic, busy with my life. It's been a lot. And I actually was just thinking of something because I'm like, because I'm going through that now, I'm like, you know what? Let me kind of put that out there for others to hear because I realize a lot of people they complain about I have like my consumers and they complain about certain things that is more like an easy fix, of course, if they put their money towards it. Don't get me wrong, like I get it. Sometimes people don't have the funds to spend to be able to make themselves physically feel comfortable. Um but when I was thinking about everything, I'm like saying to myself, it's a certain priority that we all have in life, and everyone is going to have their own personal priority. Um, in my personal priority first, I always put my, I put, as everyone calls, a God, right? I only have one God, but everyone has their God, so I don't want to, like, get into, like, the details of that because everybody's going to worship what they worship. But on the other hand, to not make this a religious video, it's more about the worth. Like how much do you value yourself? How much do you see other people valuing you? And I was just saying, like, people get in my car and they're like coughing, sick, or they get in my car and they're like, oh, I have no energy, or something like that, to that nature. And I'm like, oh, great, I do have these items that will help with whatever is going on within their body. And they're like, oh, no. And I can have a whole conversation with them and everything, and they still will be like, oh, no. I can tell them the details and say it will help with their immune system. It will help boost and build their immune system to be much stronger, because it's not only like you building muscles, to be like healthy and strong. Like, you got to build your blood cells, your immune system. Like, I'm pretty sure this is what the doctor would be telling people. Um, and I get it. Like, sometimes people really don't really have the funds like that. It might be like tight on funds for whatever reason, because there are days I'm pretty sure like everyone had like a rough last year. Some people had a successful last year, and there's a lot of people gaining off a certain how can I put it? They're gaining off of certain trades and marks, right? And that's totally fine. Like, I don't go against people with however they do their business, because technically that's their business and how they want to handle it. Um, for me though, on one hand, I'm just saying, if a person is feeling some kind of way, like when I feel sick, I'm going to make sure I have a couple of dollars at least stacked to the side just in case for anything, because it is winter time. That's one. And not only that is winter time, like we all need to be stocked with like goodies, basically, to the point that like if there's an itch or cough in the throat, that um at least me as a driver, I do provide those items, but there are stores as well. Like, there's pharmacies and there's places to go to get these items. And I feel like people make themselves suffer to take care of themselves sometimes. And I'm like, I feel like because I'm a mother, I'm like being mommy to them at the same time. Um, you know, kind of like really caring and worrying, like, hey, can you like take care of yourself and get these items? But Besides the items, the whole point of this conversation is, do you value yourself? How much do you value yourself? Are you willing to spend that money on how you value yourself? It's not all about Jordans. No offense to Jordans, because best believe I love me some Jordans. It's not all about the flyest kicks and the best clothes and all that stuff, because I'm pretty sure there are people that can afford it, that they like that, and you know what I mean. I get it. Like, I get it, because obviously I'm a consumer myself. On the other side, though, if you're feeling some kind of way and you're feeling sick, a person should be able to be like, you know what, I feel sick. I'm gonna go get me some items, whatever items or brand or whatever they like. I'm gonna get those items to, you know, basically boost my, energy or immune system, or even like if I feel like hungry or something, I'm going to get something to eat. Like if I feel this kind of way, I'm going to take care of that instead of like suffering and wallowing and wobbling like all that other stuff, because now in a way you're kind of spreading stuff. But not only that, because that's not really the main thing, but besides the spreading is more like, come on, we got to take care of ourselves, like in order like to see it, take care of yourself so you could take care of other people. um I have a young son, so I know if I'm not good, he's not good. That's why I always have to be like on top of my A game, where I could be like, I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm going to do what I have to do to make sure that not only he's good, but I'm good. Because there's no way he's gonna be good without me being good. It doesn't add up. And if you're not a parent, but a single person, or even like non-parent, right? Still got to take care of yourself. You got to. Like, I was here. One of my customer passengers, they was talking about food shopping, and she was saying, "Oh, I wish my mother could food shop." And I'm pretty sure we all probably wish that our mother could food shop for us and cook us soup and do all of that stuff. There comes a point in time where we gotta just do it for ourselves. Be self-made people and actually like grow and build and do our thing. And to be honest, like I was just saying this as well, like for me, I was so busy with other stuff that I wanted to be putting out videos and putting out good messages, and this message really is supposed to be short, just saying like a short message of understanding the value of yourself. Like, do you value yourself? What is your worth? And I'm trying to get back into that side of things as well, because I've always been interested in like learning and knowing more about that side of the business. Even though I've took in like business administration, I always was interested to know more about how to gain finance the legal, legit way without hurting anybody, of course, and without jeopardizing anyone. Like making it a fair game. And like all last year, that's what I've been learning, like all 2019. And I said, I'm gonna write this book, which I'm still planning to do. I'm gonna write the book. I just don't know when I'm gonna write it, but I really want to write the book because I have so much information and knowledge to really share with a lot of people out there, and that hoping that maybe one day it can like really, you know, send volumes to their life to do something more for themselves, because I don't really like to see people suffer, and I really don't like to having to feel like, damn, I can't help them because I can't even like help myself, or my household, my situation, or whatever. So it's always best, like I try to like help people that I can relate to, but at the same time, I do like donate or whatever, and I'm not even trying to claim that with the taxes, put it that way, even though I know I can't. But there's certain things that I could claim, and that I'm not even gonna claim like, okay, we giving $1 or getting food for somebody. But besides that, I just wanted to like put out there being part of an industry and understanding that industry on the business aspect and leaving, other things out of it at this moment. On a business aspect, I say one thing, like understand the value, understand your worth. Um, I really don't talk as much because I've been too much like consumed with other things. But I'm really getting back to that side where I could be like, being that I gained the amount of knowledge that I gained for last year, I definitely have a lot of information that I would like to put out there. But once I get the time and the energy to do it, then I'll definitely be able to like share these notes with the world, and eventually, connect with other people that's like-minded as well, so you can spread more of like love and not hate. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that look at other people like, oh, they got it all and they have it down pat, and you know, I'm pretty sure like sometimes I even look at somebody and be like, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing this, but then in all actuality, they're really trying to do something good for the people, and I feel like as long as it's for the people, it's all good. I'm not the kind of person to be like, hey, and I actually like to watch first, observe, and then put my opinion about something out there. But usually I don't really like to put opinions. I like to do facts. So with the facts being said, because I'm about to get off this video, know your worth, know your value. Of course, morality is very important. For me, like I said, if I feel sick, if I feel some kind of way, if I feel like not even only sick, if I feel however I feel, I'm gonna go and take care of that. I'm not gonna like, oh, you know what, I'm not gonna hold off on it or whatever the case is. I mean, obviously, if I have to, then of course, budgeting and all that other stuff is the wise thing to do. Also, when knowing value, knowing worth, um, I know a lot of people might look at it like, oh, they just trying to make a sell, or what's the other thing that other people have been putting out there? Oh, it's a hustle. Oh, it's this. It's all it's that, right? And it's not even about that. It's not even about that. I provide a service and products, and the products and service that I provide, um, it comes with a price. At the end of the day, it's a price. And don't get me wrong, like sometimes you can know people and those people help you out and they like there for you. But sometimes you don't want to take advantage of people neither. So it's always best to have that good old balance and know like where the boundaries lie and know when to like stop, because I'm not that kind of person that's gonna keep crossing lines. Like that's not how I am. That's never been me. I've always wanted to like be like those kind of people that just want to like not really preach, more like share like information, or I guess teach information enough where that the person can kind of gain in a way where it's not hurting another person, nor is it harming another person in order for them to get what they want. Because we all want something, and there's nothing wrong with wanting. There's something wrong with wanting it so bad to the point that you're ready to hurt the person, and that's not okay neither. But just to like kind of get all of this off my mind, there are people out there that's doing their thing, and I congratulate them to the fullest extent. I reached out to certain people. I mean, they never responded back to me the way I would have liked, and that's totally fine. Maybe some things are for me and some things are not. And then not only that, eventually I'll probably get that intel in due time and for me to like benefit off of it. But besides that, that's on my behalf. But for like other people, like I have passengers, I have people that would get in the car and they would like sit there and suffer, and I see them suffer, and I'm like, why don't you just get the item? I know it's probably like a little costly, and usually they always have sales, and right now they even have sales at this very current moment. So, and just actually went down today, the sales, the prices for most items, maybe like um 2 items or so, maybe like not that much money. I think it's worth the price. Um, but like I said, like, we all gotta kind of know like how to give, take, but not take too much, right? And it all comes in strides. Like we're not gonna like sit here and say, oh, I'm making all this money. Let me just keep, making all this money and then not thinking about the consumers. Because everyone is a consumer no matter what. We're all consumers, and you have a few people that are business owners, and you have a few people that, have their homes as a business, but they work somewhere else. And it depends on all what other people's doing. There's so many things that people get into over the course of time. So for me, I just want to like kind of put out there and have an understanding for others. Know your worth and don't settle for anything. Like, I'm not saying go so high to the point that it's like, the person can't reach it, but at the same time, don't go so low where it's not bracketed off. So it all depends. Like, just know the worth, know what it is for yourself. And I'm not going to tell other people what their worth is, and no one should be telling me what my worth is. But yeah, like I could say so far so good for 2020. It did kind of start out a bit rough, but I'm not complaining, and I can't really say rough. It's just it took me a long time to recover from the holidays, and I need to get a little bit more sleep. So that's one thing for me. I'm trying to get as much sleep right now because I know I'm going to be working over the weekend. And I'm going to try to start putting more videos out again because I do like to put videos out so I can keep a consistent task, even though I write things down for the book that in the process trying to make. But I would like to like keep certain tabs and kind of share some things for the people. So, anyways, I'm about to get off because I had to go get my boy and go get my rest because I am very exhausted. I'm very exhausted. I've been ripping the runway for a bit, so not only that, there's been some other things as well, but that's more on the personal side. I want to keep that separate than to keep it all together at one because I don't like to mix business. I don't like to mix pleasure and business. I mean, I don't know. I can't even say I don't like to mix it, but it all depends. Like, there's a guy who's been speaking on how to kind of have, you know, like a balance, I guess, between the two. So for me, I'm just kind of like trying to get to a point in my life where I can get all the stuff that I already balanced manageable, and not only that, obtain more because I do have a son and I definitely want to like have a legacy for him, and I'm pretty sure I would like that for a lot of people. So I'm trying to like I have a whole bunch of ideas that I really want to like act on this year. I don't want to waste no more time. I don't want to continue trying to mend relationships with people that kind of like stuck in their ways, and I just know for me at this point, I'm going to continue being me, my personality, and people don't like it, then it's too bad for them because I know I'm a great person. Not trying to be cocky, but just confident enough to let everyone understand. Like I'm saying it humbly. Like I know there's no pride. I'm just really saying it humbly because I know what I've been through. A lot of people wouldn't even know my testimony, and maybe one day I might share that. I don't know yet, but there's been a lot of accusations, assumptions, rumors, um, a lot of things that I had to deal with from certain people, and at this point, I'm trying to kind of stay away from that and kind of get my head back to where it needs to be, where I had it before, and stop kind of giving away things to people that really don't appreciate it, which is messed up. But it's life. We all learn from it, and that's just what it is. So, anyways, I'm gonna go. Toodles.